Welcome. My name is Alexa Dario with the Canadian Science Policy Centre. Joining me today is Shannon Storey from Global Advantage Consulting Group. Thank you so much, Shannon, for joining us today, and thank you to Global Advantage Consulting Group for your support. Yeah. So, as you know, Shannon, that ecosystem mapping is a new tool used by policymakers in government decision making. So what I'm wondering is, what makes ecosystem mapping more unique and useful and just different from traditional sectoral reports?
So ecosystem maps really show the full system. It shows the relationships, capabilities, funding flows between the stakeholders. So as we've done over 300 ecosystem maps in our firm's history. So the flows flowing between any ecosystem stakeholders are people, money, information, and materials. And that another point about ecosystem mapping is because we're able to map it out visually, you're able to see the flows. So when you're looking at the flows on a paper, it's much more impactful than a sectoral report. A sectoral report, you might just read through, things get missed. And it provides that visual data-driven to understand systems, dynamics, and interdependencies. It supports alignment across government, academia, and industry with a shared evidence base.
Well, that is so interesting. So with regards to data and analytics, what kind of data and analytics are most predictive of effective policy, especially with regards to ethical, timely policy decision making?
Yeah. So you really want to build a value chain framework and populate it with consistent data. So whenever we're doing a report or a study for a client, we would combine quantitative data with qualitative interviews. So that way we're able to really look holistically at what the project that we're trying to accomplish. Sometimes dashboards are very useful for short and long-term signals and longer-term capacity shifts. Talent flows are very important. Training, mobility, retention, infrastructure capacity using compute access labs and bottlenecks, and procurement and adoption signals, where buyers are adopting AI or quantum. Collaboration networks strengthen and densify partnerships, and commercialization traction, licensing activity partnerships, and early revenues.
That is so interesting. So when governments are setting national priorities, whether it's artificial intelligence, clean technologies, or quantum, what would you say gives the biggest lift? And I'm thinking, talent pipelines, procurement.
Really targeted R&D, so investing specific monies into areas that you want to invest in. So talent pipelines, training, immigration, upskilling is very important, test beds and demonstration environments that might help reduce risks, outcome-based procurement to create early markets, cross-sector consortia built around shared infrastructure, challenge programs that drive problem-focused collaboration. Multi-year predictable funding streams are great. A lot of these programs that are funded, they might have a 3-4 year timeline. So the longer term, the better, because nothing happens overnight. Clear missions and measurable outcomes, coordination across departments and funders, of course, and engagement of end users early in the process.
Wow. So as I'm sure you know, when it comes to innovation, there are multiple stakeholders at play. It could be government, academia, industry. What leads to the best outcomes when it comes to sustained collaboration?
So in 2018, they funded something called the Economic Strategy Tables, which really helped industry, government, and academia come together. Unfortunately, those strategy tables haven't been funded anymore. So reintroducing, it doesn't have to be the strategy tables, but a similar model to the strategy tables. So that way we're all able to work together. CSPC is great because there is all three sectors here. We do need a bit more industry coming in, which is great. But the more we're able to work together, having a shared environment where we can share ideas and collaborate is important. And I think there does need to be an initiative like the strategy tables again to accomplish that. Unfortunately, we like to all work in our silos at our desk, but it doesn't materialize sometimes.
No, that makes a lot of sense. And on that note, I have to ask, just finally, when it comes to the Canadian Science Policy Centre, what is your opinion of it as a connection hub, talent mobilizer, and knowledge innovator in the science and innovation landscape?
Yeah, so this is my 6th or 7th year coming to CSPC. It's grown since I first started coming. So really, its role is, I see it as kind of 4 areas: a connection hub, knowledge mobilizer, talent incubator. And in terms of a connection hub, it brings together, just like we were just discussing in the previous question, academia, industry, and government, which is great. It's a knowledge mobilizer because it really looks at the complex issues. We're all here because we want to make change. So we're trying to action complex analysis and make research more accessible. It keeps innovation issues in the national conversation and provides a neutral space for evidence-based debate. In terms of being a talent incubator, from my understanding, CSPC has many volunteers, and a lot of the volunteers are able to, do a couple years. Some of them have been doing 15 years, I guess, here, really gain that experience. It also has the Science Meet Parliament aspect, so that is a great initiative to help bring up young talent. CSPC is excellent. It's a great conference. We look forward to it every year. We're going to be continuing to attend in the years to come. So,
well, yeah. That was very insightful. Thank you so much, Shannon. I really appreciate you joining me. My name is Alexa D'Addario for the Canadian Science Policy Centre. Take care.